Hello everyone. So I'd like to first apologize for not making a video for so very long. I wanted to make videos all last week, but it just did not work out for me because last week was just awful. And then on top of that, I was busy this weekend at a convention, so I had no time. And then if you can't tell from my voice, I'm now sick. So it's just been a rough week and a half, but I decided to make a video today because I wanted to show you something exciting I did. Okay, exciting for me. It's not really exciting in general, I guess, but I wanted to show you, and hopefully you'll forgive me for not making a video since until now. So anyway, if you can't notice, if you don't notice exactly what I did right off the bat, I will just say that I have done some body switching. So, as you can see, I have my Doll Chateau Pierre head now on the Doll Zone 72 centimeter body. And I now have Rye, my Doll Zone Wing 2, on the Doll Chateau Adult 70 centimeter body, their old one without the added joints. So, I, last night, out of nowhere, decided, let me try to switch their bodies because I've been kind of secretly aggravated at both of them because they were, especially at him. I feel super bad at that, and it sounds super nutty, but I was kind of bitter at him for having the body that I've always imagined Bri having in my head. And I remember when this body first came out, when Doll Chateau suddenly sprung into existence, I mentioned in a video how kind of mad I was because this body was absolutely perfect for him. But I figured at the time that the resin would never match and that he would look extremely bobble-headed and it would just be a super waste of time, a super waste of money, so why even do it? And then I, soon after that, talked myself into getting the Doll Chateau Pierre because I don't know, I find him beautiful, and I was like, well, it gives me an excuse to have that body around and blah blah blah. It was just a whole hot mess. And when he arrived here, I fell in love with the body instantly, fell in love with the Pierre sculpt instantly. But I think ever since getting him, I've been secretly sort of kind of aggravated at the fact that he had the body I wanted for Rye, and it wasn't necessary for his character to have that. And I know that just sounds super dumb, but it's something that has always been in the back of my head. But again, never thought would work. Until last night when I realized, I realized one thing first. I realized that these two boys arrived to me in the same color, which is like this creamy white color that Doll Zone and Doll Chateau used to do. Now they do more of a paper white, but these two boys were old enough that they came to me the same color. Now Rye, of course, is older, so he had yellowed, but I realized last night that they were yellowing exactly the same. They were turning towards the same color. And then I was like, you know what? It's not too difficult to put a head on a body. So just switch their bodies, and if you don't like it, if you don't like the resin match, if you don't like the fit, if you don't like how they look, then switch them back. And I know that it sounds really silly, but that never occurred to me before. I just had been so convinced it wouldn't work at all that I didn't even want to try. I didn't want to get upset that it didn't work. I think that's what was holding me back. But last night, I just went ahead and did it. What had actually completely thrown me over the edge was the fact I carried Rye around this Saturday at the convention. And the whole time, since I was, with him the full day, the whole time I was like, this body is just not exactly what I want for you. And it was just frustrating me more and more. So that's what made me go, you know what, it's time. So let's give this a try. So last night I did that, and I am super duper pleased with the results. I think it suits them both. He is not bobble-headed. The resin match is super duper close. I can see it more, the resin difference more in him than him, but you know, there was to be a resin match difference. I knew there would be, so I'm not too surprised by that. But I don't know, I think it just suits them both. First of all, it makes me love them both so much more, which is surprising when it comes to Rye over here, because I figured there was no way I could love him more. He's my favorite, so he was already my baby, so the fact that I love him more is like crazy. But I think this body suits him more, and it suits what I've always wanted for his character, especially the hips. I love the hips on him now, and I am so in love. And then over here, I think this body actually suits my Dal Chateau Pierre more a little bit, if only because his face is masculine enough that he can get away with the wider shoulders. And I just love the wider shoulders on him. Plus, these pants I bought for him way back when I was first playing out his character actually just fits him much better now. And for some reason, that has me so stupidly pleased. And it makes no sense that it has me that pleased. I mean, it's not like this was the biggest difference in the world. They're both still, like, this body is still really slender. But I think it's just because he can fill out things just a slight bit better. But with Rye and his character, his clothes is actually supposed to be super duper baggy. So it just overall fits both of the characters I have in my brain for them much better. And I could not be more pleased. So now that I've made this switch, it at this time will be permanent. I actually had to switch the S hooks in their heads, but that's the only modification I had to do for now. I might hot glue suede his neck. The neck on this body is actually a little too wide, but it's not anything I super notice. And I actually love the length of the neck, so I don't really want to mess with things too much. But I will hot glue suede it. And in him, there's a gap on the neck, but his hair hides it really well. And I personally don't think he's bobble-headed on this body, despite the shoulders not being as wide. But that's, of course, just in my opinion. Regardless, overall, I just love them both so much more. And with him, it's making me reformulate his character, which is something I really needed, because I really needed some inspiration for his character. But it's being reformulated. I love this hair color on him, so I'm going to try and get a Spite and Malice wig in this color for him, because I do not like how this wig is made. It came for free from Boy and Girl Doll, and I just hate the way it's made. So I want a better made one in this color for him. And he also needs new eyes, because his eyes do not fit in his eye wells and haven't forever. But this sounds really bad, but I haven't really been inspired to change it. But I'm super inspired now by the both of them. I want to get them new things, especially since for him I can dress him in lots of different clothes because of how thin his shoulders are and his arms. He can now fit girl tops. So I can get him some things I've been wanting to get, but I knew wouldn't really fit on his body too well because of how wide the shoulders are. And also because he fills out clothes better, I can get him a lot more clothes in the style I want for him without it being so baggy. It frustrates me because that's not his character, to have clothes way too baggy. They're going to be baggy because he is a thinner guy, but I didn't want it to be as baggy as things are on this body. that's, but for Rye's character, that works. For the character I want for him, that does not. So, I don't know. Overall, super happy with the both of them. But my battery is dying on my phone, so I probably should stop rambling about them now. But as you can see, this is how this looks. So if you ever want to put a Dal-Chateau head on a bulkier body, it works, in my opinion. You may want to modify the neck a little bit because it can be modified to fit a little better, but I like it as is. And also, if you're thinking, oh, well, the Dawson's old heads, that'll never look right on a Dal-Chateau body. In my opinion, it does. I think you definitely can get away with it. And I think they just both managed to work out. And they're pretty much the similar height, so you're not sacrificing too much. So yeah, that is all I was saying on this. Sorry this video was so long and everything, and sorry once more for not making a video in a while, and also sorry for being super duper behind on everyone's videos. I'm going to try and catch up this week, but I'm just so behind that I don't know if I'll be able to manage it, but I'm going to try, because I have no idea what's even remotely going on in Doll World at this time. But yeah, so look out for pictures of them both on my Tumblr and Flickr, so you can just see like if this sort of combination would work out for you in any way, and how kind of how they pose and how they look head wise. And yeah, that is it. Thank you so much if you watched this video. I love you guys. Bye.